We are nearly...
Kevin, thank you.
Indeed. Something special, David. Thanks. Now, a look at Dallas's starting lineup. Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Tim Hardaway Jr. out there with Doncic. And it's Finney Smith in at the 3 spot. And for Portland, Collins plays the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. Damian Lillard out there with Powell. And it's Covington in at the 3. Now here is Hardaway. Porzingis finds Kleba. Some nice passing here by Dallas. 6 to shoot. Doncic passes to Kleba. And Kleba slams it in.
And how about the vision there from Doncic? Can make the easy pass and also the difficult one. And it was interesting how the Dallas franchise sold its fans on Doncic. Ownership told them, think of a 6'7" Steve Nash. Isn't quite the shooter Steve was, but is only a teenager. Great vision. Boy, he can really pass it. And it turns out Doncic is all of that and more.
Now Doncic, after the missed 3 from Damian Lillard, up high to stuff the alley-oop.
And you gotta respect Luka's passing skills. Just a multi-talented player who is all about sharing the basketball.
Now here's Lillard. That doesn't fall either. He's missed his first 2 shots tonight. Here's Dallas. And here is Kleba. Doncic outside. Outside, Porzingis. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Pop pass to Porzingis, and the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. And here's Collins. He'll bring it up for the Trailblazers. 4-point game. Lillard with it. Pass to Powell. Collins in the post. Kleba on him. That one's no good. 0 of 1 to begin the game. And the call will be against Jusuf Nurkic. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Dallas. Here's Doncic. Pass to Kleba. Now Doncic. The pass to Porzingis. Doncic feeling it out. Passes it to Kleba. Stolen by Collins.
That's 2 really unproductive trips in a row, ending in turnover.
Covington kicks to Powell. Pass to Lillard. Greg, who are your favorite players to watch in the NBA?
Boy, that's a tough one. You know, you gotta like the guys that have changed the game in some regards, right? Steph, KD, and Giannis. Those are 3 guys that are just doing things that don't seem normal.
True.
Then others who remind you of past greatness. You know, Jason Tatum with Kobe, or maybe an Anthony Davis with the team. And those are guys that I love. And then the other guy, listen, LeBron James. I could watch him play basketball every day. You know, to do what he's done at this stage of his career, I just think it's incredible. And I think our game is in great shape.
Agree on all counts. Catching up on the changes for Portland. Enes Kanter's checked in for Nurkic. Anthony comes in for Zach Collins. And it's Simons in for Robert Covington. Josh Richardson's checked in for the Mavericks. Jalen Brunson comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And here's Lillard. He brings it up for the Trailblazers. The shot's good from Kanter.
Of all the action happening there, it's the assist that jumps out to me there. That's just a great look and a great setup for the bucket.
Now, here's Doncic. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring hit from him. Now, here's Brunson. He's tightly guarded, and he comes up with the deuce.
Yeah, I don't think you have to tell Porzingis twice to take shots like that. Once the ball's in his hands, he's looking to the rim.
Lillard, the pass to Kanter. Over Porzingis. Kicks it out to Lillard. 5 to shoot. Back to Kanter. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. for the Trailblazers. Norkic checked in for Enes Kanter. Zach Collins comes in for Anthony. And Robert Covington subbed in for Anthony Simons. Then for the Mavericks, Dwight Powell's checked in for Porzingis. And it's Nicolo Melli in for Maxi Kleber. Now, here's Doncic. A three-pointer off the mark. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Collins. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist.
Changing ends quickly. He's rewarded with a high percentage look.
Yeah, the defense trying to do their best to slow him down, but when he gets room like that, you got to look out.
Here's Doncic. Pass to Melli. He feeds it to Powell. Nurkic with the steal. From deep three-point range. And the horn signals the end of the first. And not a lot of scoring yet in this one, Clark. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in just a moment. Well, earlier, Damian Lillard spoke to us about how he deals with the big loss.
I look to the times where
Greg, he's certainly a gentleman in victory and defeat.
You know, Lillard takes the L as a learning opportunity. Sure, it stings, but he also knows it can make them stronger if they use it right.
And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And for Portland guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
Yeah, they did a great job. Just the initial thrust of that attack, as soon as they got the ball, constantly in transition.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. On the court right now for the Trailblazers. Anthony out there with Derek Jones. Then it's Enes Kanter. Then there's C.J. McCollum. And it's Simons in at the point. Tim Hardaway Jr.'s checked in for Dallas. Richardson finds Brunson. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
I like seeing Josh Richardson distribute the ball, especially when his teammates are wide open. That makes for an easy pass.
Here's Simons. Brunson covering. The shot by Anthony, no good. And the foul on Carmelo Anthony. That's his first foul. Dallas with the ball. And Greg, Josh Richardson's a terrific ball handler out on the wing who can create for others.
Richardson gets a lot of assists per game at that wing position. Not just looking to finish plays, but also to create for others. Very well-rounded threat on the offensive end, and that gives this team another dimension in terms of playmaking.
And that's out of bounds. Dallas will retain possession. A minute and a half gone here in the second quarter. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Jones.
A split second late, but almost came up with a steal there.
Real close, and I'm sure next time you might time that a little bit better and get a hand on it.
Robert Covington's checked in for Portland. Richardson the pass to Powell. Shoots over Covington. Tried to bank it in, but he misses. One-on-one here. Here's Anthony. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
That's a time where coaches are telling you wrap up the offensive player. Hard to do with Carmelo Anthony, so strong when going to the rim.
Jones checked in for Robert Covington. That free throw good from Anthony. You know, Greg, when you were in New York, you were on a super team of sorts. Compare that to the super teams they are forming now in the NBA.
We've always had super teams. And this misnomer that this is something that's just come about with this era is, to me, absurd. You've always had it. Whether the difference nowadays is I think the players have more say in where they go. And they can orchestrate how a team is constructed. But it's always existed. And the reality is this. You become a super team when you win a lot.
Sure.
And that's what really dictates how super your team is.
Good, and the assist goes to Hardaway. Brunson's got 6.
Yeah, this story in the second quarter much different than the one in the first. We're finally seeing some aggression.
So timeout called here, the first for Portland. checked in for Anthony Simon. And then for Dallas, Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Hardaway. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Jalen Brunson. Redick against Lillard. Feeds it to Cantor, and he gets it to go. Cantor's got his second basket.
That's right on the money from Lillard. That's how you finish a possession.
Now here's Redick. Puts up a three. Can't hit that one.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
And there's McCollum. That's good on the assist by Cannon. McCollum's got the lead up to 3 now for the Trailblazers. Dallas has gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. And here's Redick. The pass to Cauley Stein. To the middle. Here's Powell. No good that time. And the Trailblazers going the other way. McCollum against Richardson. McCollum no good.
Oh, can't punish the defense for leaving him open that time. That's a frustrating miss for a really steady jump shooter.
And here again, the Trailblazers in transition. Up the court they go. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. He's got 6.
It really turned it around here in the second quarter after shooting less than 40% from the field in the first.
Tipped away. Anthony with it. Now guarded by Redick. And then Lillard slams it in.
Great to see when Melo spots his open teammate. Good at noticing the overcommitment that time.
And here are the Mavericks now. They trail by 7. Redick with it. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Looking to end the run. And the layup is up and in.
Proving he's more than just an outside shooter. Redick also has a sweet touch from that area.
Lillard against Redick. Passes it to Anthony. Here's Lillard, and he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. Lillard's got 4 this quarter.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Here's Redick from outside the arc. And Cantor pulls it down. Oh, here we go. McCollum's got it. The fast break chance. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will retain possession. Here's Powell, and that would have counted, but his shot was... Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. They never put themselves in too much danger. And that'll do it.
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. You have to like what we've seen so far from Damian Lillard.
Yeah, I don't know if there's anything that the league can do to slow him down. He's just that good.
Yeah, avalanche warning in this one. He is just on a roll.
Here's who Rick Carlisle is starting the second half with. Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Luka Doncic out there with Hardaway. And it's Finney-Smith in at the small forward. After a promising rookie campaign, a lost year for Zach Collins, he played only 3 games before the injury took away the rest of his season.
Yeah, I mean, a strange year and a lost year for Collins. You could say that about the whole NBA for that regard. But Collins is underrated as a prospect outside of Portland. This team loves the energy and skill he brings, though, to the table.
It's Powell on the wing from past the arc. Second shot opportunity. Just 5 to shoot. Up again. There's Nurkic putting it right back in. Nurkic has got his first points of the game.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
Doncic. Porzingis finds Doncic. Collins with some nice D.
I don't think the defense does enough out there to bother him. I think that one's all on him. Just a flat-out miss.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Here's Doncic. That one, no good. Great D that time from Nurkic.
The third quarter has not started well. Just 1 of 4.
Hardaway against Powell. Outside Covington. Now here's Lillard. Not a lot of room. Wants to get it to Collins and does.
Pretty nice show of athleticism as Zach Collins rises up.
Mavericks trail by 13. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Nurkic with the block. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. Lillard way outside. No good on the triple. Out of bounds. Portland takes possession. And the Trailblazers making a change here. Simons is checked in. And Dallas with a change here too. Marjanovic checked in for Maxi Kleber. And that was a great replay we just saw of our mobile one block.
And they're determined to add to the lead, not with more offense, but with big-time D.
Here's Simons. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Porzingis. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Cantor checked in for Nurkic. Carmelo Anthony comes in for Zach Collins. Derek Jones, he's checked in for Robert Covington. And it's C.J. McCollum in for Powell. The three from McCollum. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
Well, even though he misses that one, the defense has got to talk about that. And that's a bad miscue. You can't give up looks like that all game long.
Right around 3 minutes into the second half. For the three, the Trailblazers with a new shot clock. Outside, Jones. Shot clock at 5. Fade away. And no good. Trying to use the glass. Mavericks trail by 13. Outside, Porzingis. And he lobs it up toward the rim. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Jones looking for an opening. Pass to Simons. Pass to McCollum. Shot clock at 6. And that one drops for him.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Doncic kicks to Marjanovic. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Doncic has got 3 assists now in this one. 43 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Outside Anthony. And the pass to Simons. Now McCollum. He's got 8. The 19-foot shot. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. McCollum's got 10 points. Doncic left side. It's deflected.
That's good footwork from the big man as Cantor aware defensively to get to that one.
Here's Simons. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Outside Anthony with 1 on the clock. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side.
Melo operating in the mid-range. He does such a great job of finding open areas out there where he knows he can dominate.
And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a... And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And, you know, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game. And this one, a thing of beauty.
Sometimes it happens when the offense is struggling, but every now and then this helps with the offensive uptick right there. Great job of setting his teammate up.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. You've got Yusuf Nurkic, Anthony out there with Robert Covington. Then there's Norman Powell. And it's Simons in at the 1. That's the group in the game for the Trailblazers. Here's Simons. Six on the shot clock. Passes it to Jones. High post try. The feed to Cantor. Out to Anthony. Mavericks with the rebound. Here's Richardson. That shot off the mark. So the Trailblazers will take it the other way. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
McCollum outside. Pass to Anthony. Back to McCollum. Trailblazers moving the ball around. Here's Simons. Mavericks with the rebound. Porzingis has got his 7th rebound here tonight. And again, Dallas turns it over.
And this is like another case of Murphy's Law right now, and it's been their own doing, really, just like we saw there.
We've gone about a minute and a half into the 4th quarter. Here's Simons. Pass to Jones. And here's McCollum for 3. And the 3 ball is good. And the Trailblazers lead by 18.
Finding some space out there on the perimeter was McCollum, and he finds ways to knock it down.
Brunson, good.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
And we're about 2 minutes into the 4th quarter now. And there's the pass to Simons. Jones for 3. The rebound by Marjanovic. Mavericks trail by 16. Richardson attacking. And it's Richardson slamming it down.
Man, sometimes there's dunks and then there's mean dunks. That was a mean dunk.
And Simons has got the ball here for the Portland Trailblazers. They led by as many as 18 points. The Mavericks have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the 4th quarter started. Richardson the pass to Porzingis, and that one is good.
Porzingis playing with some heart now, never giving up or into the defense, muscling through that difficult shot.
Now here's McCollum. 3rd minute of action now gone here in the 4th. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Goes up on the high post. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. Mavericks trail by 12. Pass to Porzingis. And finished off by Kristaps Porzingis.
Well, it's clear that Porzingis has some athleticism. That dunk right there, ferocious.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. Then for the Mavericks, Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Marjanovic. Hardaway comes in for Josh Richardson. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Jalen Brunson. Lillard against Doncic. Lillard dishes to Collins. He feeds it to Nurkic. Shot from 16. It's rebounded by Dallas. Porzingis kicks to Hardaway. Here's Doncic. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Well, when you see Porzingis attack the glass, you want to stand up in your seat. There's been these opportunities where we've seen him flying in for some highlight dunks.
Lillard surveying the D. 56 seconds left to play here in the 4th. trying to get something going, and that's 2 points on the layup. And the Trailblazers lead by 9.
Yeah, Lillard aggressive in this game so far. Awesome at finding different ways to attack close to the rim.
And here's Doncic from the arc. Rebound by Nurkic. Here is Lillard. 30 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Now the Mavericks with it. They've only given up 5 points here in the fourth quarter. Hardaway passes to Doncic. That doesn't go either for Doncic. Nurkic dishes to Lillard. So the Trailblazers win it, even early on in this one. David, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks. And a look behind the curtain here. Final preparations for the challenge ahead. Hoping to come out of the gates.
Good evening, Kevin.
What a story. David, thank you. Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. Collins plays the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. Norman Powell is out there with Damian Lillard. And it's Covington in at the 3, the small forward. And for the Clippers, we've got Ibaka, Patrick Beverly out there with Paul George. Then it's Marcus Morris, and it's Leonard in at the 3 spot. Lillard scanning the floor. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him.
My goodness, what a move there to lose the defender. Got him on his heels, and then he made it look easy from there on in.
Lillard against Beverly. Pass to Leonard, and stolen by Lillard. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. Covington with the ball.
Encouraging to see Lillard focus on improving his defense, showing solid instincts to come up with that steal.
Beverly against Lillard. Covington with the steal. Charity stripe shot. Offensive rebound. Here's Los Angeles now. 4-point game. And the rejection by Collins.
An established defender at a young age, Collins has the timing and the reach to block shots.
Stolen by Beverly. George, that's a 2-pointer. And George with the stuff.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
Yeah, going defense to offense in an instant. Every team now calibrated to do that.
Here's Nurkic. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
I thought that one was going to go down. Mid-range jumpers. Oh, man, that's usually a bunny with the D playing soft like that.
And busting it up the floor. Leonard showing a lot of energy on the fast break. If there's one thing he doesn't lack, it's hustle.
And a deep 3 from Lillard. From beyond the arc and then some. Lillard's got 5. Clippers have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Pass to George. Down low. Here's Morris. That shot no good. So the Trailblazers will take it the other way. Powell, the pass to Lillard. And the basket is good. He has 7. Clippers trail by 5. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Outside, George. The 3. The putback. It's good on the putback.
You really admire how fierce Morris is on the glass. He never gives up on keeping the next possession alive.
Trailblazers leading by 3. Here is Lillard. He has 7. The rebound by Ibaka.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Trying to take advantage of that extra space on the perimeter. We see a lot of this now.
Nurkic with it. It's Ibaka picking him up. Here's Powell. Rebound by the Clippers. And now the Clippers on the break. Beverly wide open. Offline with his 3. Trailblazers have gone 50% from the field to this point, 4 of 8. Great communication on the alley-oop.
That's how to make things look easy for a teammate. I mean, you make passes like that one from Lillard, crazy.
Clippers trail by 5. George passes to Ibaka. Dishes to Leonard. Passes to George. Here's Beverly. Shot clock at 6. To the inside. Here's Leonard. A beautiful reverse layup.
Just phenomenal awareness by Beverly, just dishing the ball to the wide open man easily.
52 seconds left to play in the first quarter. And a deep 3 from Lillard. Morris with the rebound. And Morris has got the ball here for Los Angeles. They trail by 3, and the officials call goaltending, so they'll award the basket.
Yeah, that's a tough call for the refs to make there. I'm not sure it was on the way down, but that's how they saw it.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. The pass to Jones. Now here's Hollis Jefferson. McCollum outside. Lets the 3 fly. Cousins pulls it in. Clippers have gone 5 of 9 from the field here in the first. Batum attacking. Misses from close range. Here's Jones, and he makes good on the layup.
Great teamwork, punctuated by a strong finish.
Perfect example of how to run the break the right way and get a great look.
Here's Jackson. Makes it off the glass.
Wow, and Jackson is just crafty down inside. He has such a quick release that even taller defenders can't get to it in time.
So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. It's the Trailblazers leading by a point. We'll be back shortly live from Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles. Recently, we spoke with Patrick Beverley about his throwback style.
Old school basketball, and it's fun.
Now, pound for pound, Greg, Beverley may be the most physical player in the league.
And he also gets in your head. It's a combination that allows him to get stops against guys as big as Kevin Durant.
And this has been a fairly close game for the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And taking a look at the Trailblazers' performance here, boys, what do you think they're doing or not doing?
Yeah, in that first period, they look to push in transition at every opportunity.
With the game being fast-paced these days, you can expect this from a lot of teams, but they did it very well.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. On the floor for Portland, they've got Anthony. Also, Enes Kanter out there. C.J. McCollum out there with Norman Powell. And it's Simons in at the point guard position. Boy, Greg, there is a lot to like offensively for Luke Kennard.
I tell you, he can shoot it. He's a crafty finisher and really improving as a passer. The question mark is the defensive end. 6'5" in height and wingspan. Not elite tool, so he's got to get by on his instincts and his anticipation.
So both teams making some changes here. Greg, you were a physical, defensive-minded player. What are your thoughts on how closely the game is called now as opposed to when you played?
It is, Kevin, and yeah, some people like the physicality of the era I played in, but you know, I like the beauty of the game with the spacing and the freedom of movement, and I think that's one reason why you see so much switching. It's hard to fight through screens without fouling, and ball handlers have become experts at drawing contact, even if it's, you know, incidental, and I think that's just an area where the game has changed so much that that ability to play in space is so vital.
Jackson, that's a two-pointer. Zubac, great positioning on the putback.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post. Portland
trailing here. Now here's McCollum. Beyond the arc. Batum grabs the miss. LA's gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
And Kennard wide open. He shoots, but they get it back. Zubac kicks to Kennard. Batum wide open. He fires. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. For Portland, they've gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Anthony with it, guarded now by Jackson. And now here's Batum, the fast break opportunity. Zubac, the pass to Batum. And Cousins gets it to go. Cousins has got the lead up to 4 now for the Clippers.
That's where Cousins is most dangerous, and letting him go to work inside is something they're always trying to make happen.
And a wide open look for McCollum. They grabbed their own miss, and Kanter able to finish.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Quarter number 2, around 3 minutes gone by. Kennard, the pass to Cousins. Shoots it up. Again, Los Angeles.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Here's McCollum. Again, the Trailblazers good for 2.
And it's encouraging whenever McCollum scores inside, proving that he's more than just a jump shooter.
Jackson passes to Kennard. Takes a 3. And he's good on the 3 ball. Kennard's got 8 points.
He's finally coming around, trying to make up for that goose egg he put up in the first quarter.
McCollum outside. From deep. It's good from long range. He's got 7.
You got to be aware of McCollum. I mean, he's a competitor. And look, he looks for revenge in these situations.
Pass to Jackson. Now Cousins. Shoots over Hollis Jefferson. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
There's Nurkic putting it right back in.
Oh, well, a big reason Nurkic impacts games is for that ability right there, staying active on the glass at both ends, converting the second chances.
Tries from the block. Here's Leonard. Doesn't go that time. Good D by Covington. And so it's Covington who brings up the ball for the Portland Trail Blazers. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Now Lillard. 7 points in the game. Knocks it loose. And Portland again with the bucket.
There's never going to be hesitation from Lillard on his catch-and-shoot opportunities. His confidence through the roof on them.
And a close game so far through the first.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
The first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. They ended the period holding on to a slip. That.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. You have to like what we've seen so far from Damian Lillard.
Well, he left his mark on that first half with his quick hands. Great sense of timing to pile up the steals.
Yeah, he's busting his tail, making his presence known. A great job defensively so far.
Paul George is out there with Patrick Beverly. Then it's Ibaka. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Morris in at the 4-man position. That's the group starting the second half for Tyronn Lue. Lillard outside. And Damian Lillard with the jam.
Lillard is capable of getting up to slam it home. You better keep him out of the paint.
Beverly dishes to Leonard. Covington with the steal. Fast break. Here come the Trailblazers. Covington with the ball.
And that's how to make an impact with defense. Once the steal is made, you know they're going to be scattered.
Beverly the pass to Leonard. And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. Morris. And Morris throws it down.
Yeah, I love the court awareness from Kawhi there. Dependable at getting it to his uncovered teammates.
Beverly against Lillard. Pass to Powell. The dish now to Nurkic. Lillard outside. Clock at 6. Fires from deep. Gets in and good for his 6th field goal in 10 attempts.
This system is set up perfectly for him today. I mean, it's allowing him to find a lot of good shots.
Bounce pass from Beverly. Here's Leonard. Portland grabs the miss. Here we go, one-on-one. Back to Powell. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. Now it's a 6-point Trailblazer lead. Passes it to Leonard. Back to George. The putback, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And the ability to generate points off offensive rebounds, something Ibaka did a lot earlier in his career before he started spending so much time on the perimeter.
Here's Lillard. He's got 14. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. The offensive rebound. Kicks it out to Covington. Now the pass to Powell. Lillard outside. Up again. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Nurkic has got the lead up to 6 now for Portland.
Playing with such physicality on the offensive glass. I mean, Nurkic awesome and slamming misses in.
Beverly, the pass to Morris. Off target from outside. For Portland, they've gone 5 of 7 from the field in the third quarter. Let's see if they can keep it up.
An elite rim protector, Ibaka has the highly desired combination of athleticism and timing.
Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
This is why they go to him. When the game is tight, he ups his intensity level.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Big group substitution here for the Clippers. DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for Marcus Morris. Batum comes in for Kawhi Leonard. Luke Kennard, he's checked in for George. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Patrick Beverly. McCollum from deep three-point land. Trailblazers keep it alive. The shot's good from Cantor.
Now, that's the staple of Cantor's game. This guy has a knack for knowing how to come up with offensive boards.
Kennard with the ball. He's got 8. A 3 ball. Ibaka against Cantor. Elbow shot. And it'll go. And the Blazer lead is cut down to just 4 points with a bucket from Ibaka.
And offensively, Ibaka's been spending more time out on the perimeter, but watching him work inside there, you realize that may still be his bread and butter.
Kennard against Jones. Back to McCollum. Over Kennard. Cantor. Great positioning on the putback. And the Trailblazers lead by 6.
Oh, he's a great presence to have near the bucket. Cantor's going to go after every rebound. And when he gets his hands on that, that's what happens.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Pass to Kennard. For 3. That one doesn't drop. Gets it off.
And the intensity of Cousins isn't limited to just offense. His defense has really improved thanks to how he contests shots.
And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Portland out in front, up 6. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And he's always been the favorite to bag this honor. These kind of feeds are his bread and butter.
Control the pace. Get it to the right guy at the right time. These requirements top the list if you're a good point guard.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. On the floor for Portland, we've got Damian Lillard. Nurkic is out there with Anthony. Then there's Norman Powell. And it's Simons in at the 2-guard spot. Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over.
Adjustments are a part of the game, and the coach sees something he doesn't like here.
Yeah, I like the chess match that's going on here. Each team trying to find and exploit the favorable matchup on the floor.
An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Cantor checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Rondé Hollis-Jefferson comes in for Norman Powell. Derek Jones, he's checked in for Anthony Simons. And McCollum subbed in for Damian Lillard. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear Terry Stotts talk to his team during that timeout. His concern was both their inconsistency and their amount of three-point shots. He said, let's move the ball for good shots. If you have an open 3, take it. Otherwise, let's attack the rim and put some pressure on these guys. Kevin?
And that gives him 2 3-pointers for the game, 1 in each half. I mean, he may add to that total pretty soon.
Pass to Cousins. Here's Jackson. Kennard for 3. Rebound by the Trailblazers.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
McCullough, he's a threat in transition. He excels at leaking out, and then he knows where to run in the open floor.
Clippers trail by 7. We're just over a minute and a half now into the fourth. Jackson dishes to Cousins. Back to Jackson. Kennard for 3. Portland grabs the miss. Cantor's got 6 rebounds now in the game.
It's only a matter of time until this 3-point shot comes back to him, and he knocked down 2 threes before halftime. Nothing so far here in the second.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. Shot to stop the run, and that's good. Luke Kennard for 3.
I mean, logs his first 3 of the second half after nailing 2 in the first. They don't want to let this fella get going.
And he commits the intentional foul. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for Cousins. Kawhi Leonard comes in for Nicholas Batum. George is checked in for Luke Kennard. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Jackson. Now a timeout called by Portland. A.J. McCollum, he's checked in for Portland. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Here is Lillard. Five to shoot. Here's Nurkic. Goes up again. He takes it up and lays it in. And the Trailblazers lead by 8.
And at 280 pounds, I mean, Nurkic is difficult to deter, even when you hit him. I mean, he's just so strong.
Here's George. And it's good off the back of the rim and in.
Yeah, you can learn a lot by watching him operate in their offense.
Trailblazers leading by 6. 1:52 left to play in the final quarter. Lillard against Beverley. Now here's Lillard. Lets it go with a 3. That's good. It's his 7th made basket in 14 tries.
You got to get out on Lillard. I mean, his long distance shot, you know it's cash.
Beverley against Lillard. Beverley, the pass to Leonard. And then Leonard with the dunk.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. And Lillard kicks to Nurkic. McCollum outside. Fires the 3. The rebound by Ibaka. Clippers trail by 7.
This is a do-or-die possession. They have got to get points.
Oh, yeah, a little room for error now. We'll see what they run.
Portland's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. And it's Paul George with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Morris is checked in for the Clippers. And Portland with a change here, too. Zach Collins checked in for McCollum. Beverley against Lillard. Over Beverley. And it's Lillard missing. This one just all but in the books.
Yeah, too many points, not enough time.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. And here's Leonard from 3. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Leonard with the steal. Outside for George. Beverly the pass to George. Los Angeles with another miss. And so it's Portland winning this one. A narrow win. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll do it. And those are the starting lineups. Lots of interest. Welcome, everybody, to another presentation. Hey, Dave.
Hey, Kevin.
It might indeed, David. Well said. Thank you for that report. Here are the starters for Los Angeles. Paul George is out there with Reggie Jackson. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then there's Batum. And it's Morris in at the 4 spot. And for the Mavericks, Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Luka Doncic out there with Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Finney Smith in at the 3, the small forward. Jackson kicks to George. The three-pointer, no good. Here are the Mavericks now. Doncic outside. It's rebounded by Leonard. LA has gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Jackson has the open look. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Deep benches tonight, Greg, on both sides. This seems to be a growing trend.
You know, teams are digging deeper than ever before, even getting into the two-way contracts that give you depth past your top 15 guys. One, you're trying to protect the investment in your big-ticket items, your franchise-caliber players, but you got to keep an eye on the future in terms of player development. That's another area where the league has really changed when you look at the makeup of these rosters.
Well said. Los Angeles is gone just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first.
Really just struggling here in the first few minutes. 5 attempts with only 1 falling.
That doesn't go either for Doncic.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Doncic with the steal. Hardaway with it. George picks him up. The 3 for Doncic. That doesn't go either for Doncic.
Yeah, trying to get going here, but that's an offer for the first 5 here to start the game.
And the Clippers miss again. For Dallas, they've gone 0 of 5 here to start the game. Rough start for them. There's the 3. Rebounded by Jackson. Clippers have gotten only 1 of 6 shots to drop for them to start this game. The 3 from George. Morris with the bucket.
Terrific score there off the miss by Morris. Doesn't get a ton of offensive rebounds, but making that one count.
From deep three-point range, that one's off to a rough 0 for 6 start for him.
It's almost as if there's a lid on the hoop for him right now. He still hasn't gotten one to fall in the quarter.
Leonard with no one around. Off target with his 3. Not a fast start for the Mavericks. Still without a basket in the game. And it's Doncic missing.
Trailing here in the game, you can look at his performance as a direct indicator of why they're losing.
A nice shot by George.
Nice release on the shot. George has put a lot of work into his mechanics. And I like the way he continues to impress from beyond the arc.
No problems knocking that one down.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Now, here's George. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark.
You know, he just has not been himself this period. Just too inconsistent up and down at the offensive end.
A minute 42 left in the first quarter. He dialed that one up from long distance. Doncic has got 6.
Boy, shots like this prove Doncic has the ability to be a major threat from there, expanding his game.
George with the ball. Hardaway picks him up. George dishes to Morris. Back to George. 5 on the clock. That doesn't go either for George.
Frozen. The guy is just ice cold, unable to contribute offensively.
Doncic passes to Porzingis. Here's Kleba. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. Oh, and here we go. Jackson, nobody back. Out to Morris. Shoots the 3. And no good that time. Now the Mavericks take it the other way. George against Hardaway. 3-pointer. They get it back. Pass to Doncic. From deep. The Mavericks rebound. Porzingis passes to Finney-Smith. Dallas moving it around. The 3 for Doncic. It's rebounded by Leonard. Leonard's got rebound number 5 here tonight. And the foul on Dorian Finney-Smith. That is his first foul of the game. Rondo scanning the floor. Zubac finds Leonard. Rondo with a clean look. Here's Zubac. They need this one. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
Yeah, I like the way they play. They're looking to get up and down the court every time. Racehorse basketball here tonight. Strap it up. Don't look down. You'll miss something.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. And the Clippers, looking at who they've got. Rajon Rondo is out there with Kennard. Then it's Ivica Zubac. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's man in at the small forward. Now here's Powell. Redick way outside. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. Redick's got the lead up to 1 now for Dallas.
And a 5-star recruit coming out of high school. Powell had an excellent college career, yet he fell to the second round of the draft. Didn't even hear his name called as he was selected during a commercial break.
Beverly finds Kennard. And a miss there on the triple. Dallas has gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Now here's Redick. He's covered closely. There's the pass to Melly. From deep 3-point range, and it's the Clippers with the rebound. And GA, even when he did arrive to the NBA, it took Powell a while to latch on.
You know, traded a couple times in his first year. He was assigned and recalled 10 times in about a month with Boston's D-League affiliate. Finally found a home in Dallas. Everything turned around from that point forward.
Here's Melly, still looking for his first bucket in this one. And the 3 off target.
All the time in the world to get that one off.
And Kennard wide open. He shoots. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Clippers lead by 1.
Oh, great timing. He is one tough customer on that offensive glass.
You know, it's like he has a sixth sense of where that rebound is going.
And that sixth sense, guys, might be better than just about anybody else.
Here's Melly, the 3. The rebound by Ibaka.
Boy, this is bad. Tough to watch. I mean, this is really bad. He's stone cold this court. Man.
Patterson can't get it to go. For Dallas, they've gone 1 of 6 from the field in the second quarter. It's been a rough period so far. Richardson, and a slam dunk by Richardson.
Not much the defense could do there with Richardson bouncing like that.
To the paint, here's Mann. How's that for an answer? Right back with the dunk.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
Not sure why he keeps trying his luck from deep here. It's just not his night.
Kennard finds Patterson. From downtown, the Mavericks pull it in.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Here's Melly. His 3-pointers off the mark.
Yeah, and that 3-point shot, it really has looked awful here in the second quarter. It hasn't stopped him from attempting them, but it's time to maybe find something else to do.
Richardson the pass to Melly. And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. From outside, off the mark.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
To me, it appears he's starting to lose his composure a little bit. We'll see if he can regroup and get back into a better rhythm. Got to give it up for Powell now. I mean, he excels at rising off the ground to punch home these alley-oops.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
Yeah, and the lead has changed hands, and it just hasn't stayed in those hands very long when it's changed. Back and forth we go.
Kept alive. Powell the pass to Melly. And the wide open shot from Redick. Knocks down the 3-ball. Redick's got 6.
And Kevin, they dialed up their activity this quarter. We're seeing them convert a lot of those second chance opportunities.
Well, the hustle and the effort, the persistence, all of that paying off in a big way. And that's something that makes a coach smile.
Here's Melly. Clippers able to drain the 3. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Kennard. And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. 29 seconds left in the first half of the game. From deep. And it's Doncic missing.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
The battle to a standstill on the boards has really been something to watch, and the game's not over yet. We'll see if one of these teams maintains more energy than the other going down the stretch.
Dallas, no good that time either. Deflects the pass, and that'll do it for the first half. A competitive.
Thanks, Kevin. Rick, what's your analysis of how your defense has done so far?
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
We welcome a pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. At the end of the period, they were up by... And that'll about do it.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Greg, if you're a small market team, how do you convince stars that you've drafted and developed to stay and re-sign?
It's a great question, Kevin. I actually think in a lot of ways it's easier today because you can be box office. You can be a superstar in a small market and have the name recognition because of the era we play in. And so I think the biggest way to keep them there is to build a championship caliber team around it. I think that is your saving grace. If you can prove to them that you can build a championship caliber team, I don't really think that there is a reason to want to leave.
That's a solid blueprint. Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Tim Hardaway Jr. out there with Luka Doncic. And it's Finney Smith in at the 3. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. The shot by Kleba, wide open. No good on the triple. Clippers leading by 4. Leonard dishes to Jackson. Hardaway with the steal. And there's the foul. It's on Nicholas Batum. That is his first foul of the game. And if you're just joining us, we played over a minute here in the third.
Far from an ideal start here. I mean, this half just 1 for 4 so far.
The Clippers again turning it over. Doncic with it. He's got 9. Out of bounds, the Clippers take possession. First minute and a half of basketball here in the third quarter. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Richardson, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Jalen Brunson comes in for Doncic. Well, coming into the league with immense potential, Porzingis has already fulfilled much of it, already an all-star. But, you know, Greg, there are still areas he's working on.
Yeah, he's definitely getting stronger and more physical. You'd like to see him make the next pass a little more often when a teammate has a better shot. But if he can just stay healthy, boy, the sky's the limit on what he can accomplish.
Stolen by George. And pushing it up, here's the Clippers. Leonard fires away from outside. And it's Leonard again missing. Here's Kleba. Dallas again missing.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Batum with the 3. They get the rebound. On the wing, Batum. Outside Jackson. Batum finds Jackson. Just 5 on the clock. A shot by Batum. No good. It's Porzingis with the ball. He'll bring it up for Dallas. They trail by 6. Back to Batum. Outside for George. Off target from outside.
You know, guys, you can tell he wants to contribute more, but his teammates have picked up the slack for him. That's what being on the team is all about. Could have been much better defense. I mean, you can't give this guy any room to operate.
And here's Jackson after Josh Richardson was able to get the triple. Jackson against Richardson. The shot by George, wide open. Kicks it out to Leonard. Los Angeles with a fresh shot clock. Just couldn't take the lid off. They had their chances, but came up empty. Step back shot. The Mavericks rebound. It's stolen by Morris. And now Batum pushing it up. No one back to stop him. Pass to Leonard. Nice shot from 10 feet out.
Leonard has really become so good at catching and firing. I mean, he doesn't allow the defense any time to alter his shot.
Porzingis feeling it out of him. Misses the three. Los Angeles leading by 5. Batum wide open. He fired. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Leonard's got 3 assists now in this one.
And, you know, Batum with that Greyhound build and stride covering ground in a hurry.
Now here's Brunson. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. A wide open look here for Porzingis. Dallas no good that time either. The Clippers shooting a low 30% right now on ugly offensive performance. Morris finds Batum. The Clippers rebound. On the wing, Jackson from deep. Mavericks with the rebound. Kleber's got his 5th rebound in this one. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. And it's off from 3-point range.
I can't figure out, guys, what's going on with him this quarter. I mean, he hasn't gotten one shot to drop.
Pass to Jackson. In the corner, George with it. Shoots over Brunson. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. It could go. No good on the last second attempt there. And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. They've been playing some ferocious defense. We'll return shortly. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Boy, that's a nice asset to have. It's a huge boost to any offense, too. It adds a whole nother dimension when you've got a big guy that can pass.
The 4th quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Ivica Zubac. That's Rajon Rondo. Then it's Luke Kennard. And it's man in at the 3-second. Kennard's shot is off.
You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really off.
Brunson finds Porzingis. Now here's Kleber. Here's the 3. Sinks the triple. Kleber's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Man, that's sure got to be a load off his mind after not hitting a single 3-pointer in that first half.
Pass to Zubac. And here's Kennard. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own. It's no good. And Porzingis launches it from deep. Brunson kicks to Redick. And here's Porzingis for a 3. It's rebounded by Leonard. It's tipped. Here's man. Headed by Porzingis. From deep 3-point range. Clippers working now with the new shot clock. Rondo passes to man. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. Mavericks trail by 5. Redick for 3. Richardson kicks to Brunson. Now the pass to Redick. Kennard with the ball. Now guarded by Redick. Pulls up for 3. And that's good. Luke Kennard for 3. Kennard's got the lead up to 8 now for the Clippers. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for Los Angeles.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ballgame.
Yeah, but they've also done a great job of playing in space, getting out in transition every opportunity.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Cauley Stein, he's checked in for Porzingis. Marjanovic comes in for Maxi Kleber. Tim Hardaway Jr.'s checked in for Josh Richardson. And Doncic is subbed in for Jalen Brunson. A 3 from Leonard and another 3 for the Clippers. Greg, who would you choose as the best defenders of the NBA pick and roll?
That is a tough one. This will surprise some people. Nikola Jokic is one of the better big men defending the pick and roll, in part because of his instincts. You know, he doesn't impress me in terms of his physical attributes, but his mind, the ability to anticipate, having a sense of how perimeter players play the game. He's a guy that's terrific. I'll give you an oldie but goodie in Andre Iguodala. He's still terrific. And I pick bigger guys because you've got to be able to switch that and guard smaller players. And, you know, at the center and the swing position, those are two guys that still are very reliable.
Now, here's Marjanovic. After the miss from Serge Ibaka. That's out of bounds. The Mavericks able to retain possession here. .157 left in the fourth quarter. 6 to shoot. No one near Marjanovic as he lets it go. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Marjanovic has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. In the corner, it's Morris. Shoots over Redick. And the Clippers miss again.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Outside, George. And the wide open shot from Morris. And that one goes out of bounds. It's touched by Zubac.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
A different look for Dallas. Porzingis is checked in for Willie Cauley-Stein. Maxi Kleber comes in for Marjanovic. And Dorian Finney-Smith subbed in for J.J. Redick.
He is just so clutch, saving his best for when the pressure is at its highest.
Dallas with the ball. They're rolling here with a 9-point run to take the lead. Back to Kleber. Deep. The shot that time not on target. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. They've led by as many as 11 points. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Clippers will retain possession.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
Clearly a careless pass. He got away with one there.
Ibaka for 3. It's rebounded by Dallas. And here are the Mavericks now. They're rolling here with a 9-point run. Outside Hardaway. Takes the 3. Trifecta.
Well, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
Cool, calm, collected, and confident in the biggest moment of the game. Yes.
And Hardaway comes to help. The 3 from George. Good on the triple.
Shot after shot, one after the other. PG, Paul George, making it happen.
6-second difference between shot and game clock. And here's Doncic from the arc. Kennard with the rebound.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Well, that looked to me, guys, like a heat check, and was maybe a step out of his range. You know, one of the basic fundamentals in basketball is the ability to box out. He's got that down pat.
That will count. Oh, the all-or-nothing shot. No good. All right, David, thank you. And that about wraps it up for
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Their fans are ready, and if this shot from earlier is any indication, the starters for the Portland Trail Blazers. Collins plays the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. Damian Lillard out there with Norman Powell, and it's Covington in at the 3. And for Dallas, Kleber is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Tim Hardaway Jr. out there with Luka Doncic. And it's Finney Smith in at the 3 slot. Doncic with the bucket. And the backcourt matchup tonight, Brent, definitely high-powered at the point guard position in particular. Much more scoring expected than in decades past.
I think guys have the green light, Kevin, to fire away at the first available opportunity. The offense isn't taught the same way with orchestrators at the point guard position. Now guys are looking to be overly aggressive with their scoring prowess and to try to make plays sometimes feels secondary.
Lillard with it. Hardaway picks him up.
That's right on the money from Lillard. That's how you finish a possession.
The Mavericks have gone 1 of 3 for the field to start this one so far. Doncic against Powell. Nurkic with the steal. Now here's Powell. He's guarded closely. Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. Pass to Nurkic. Shot clock at 6. Three-pointer, Lillard. Kleber with the rebound. Here's Dallas. Passes it to Finney Smith. Out to Doncic. Porzingis against Nurkic. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Well, the closer Porzingis gets to the basket, the more aggressive he becomes, and for good reason. He's going to get fouled.
And both free throws good for Porzingis.
Well, he's come through for them at the line today, and you love having a big fella who's so capable on his free throw.
Pass to Powell. Back to Lillard. Right side, Collins. Porzingis with the block.
Yeah, good luck getting a shot over the 7-foot, 6-inch tall wingspan of Kristaps Porzingis.
And it's sent back by Lillard. To the inside. And it's out of bounds. The Trailblazers able to retain possession here.
A split second late, but almost came up with a steal there.
Real close, and I'm sure next time you might time that a little bit better and get a hand on it.
And it goes out of bounds. That went off Porzingis. Three-pointer, Lillard drills the three-pointer.
Now defensively, you like to try and run Lillard off of that spot because, man, he gets it going out there, he's going to hurt you.
Doncic feeling it out. And that one is off. Collins with some nice D. Portland's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Josh Richardson's checked in for the Mavericks. Jalen Brunson comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And Portland with a change here, too. Anthony's checked in for Collins.
Maybe it's time to rest him right now. Just give him a bit of a breather. Try to help him get back on track.
Powell with it, and it's Richardson picking him up. Powell, the pass to Anthony. Back to Powell. We've got 1:48 left to play in the first quarter. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Up again. There's Nurkic putting it right back in.
Such a big body down there. Nurkic battling.
Doncic outside. To the paint. Right side, Porzingis. Out to Doncic. Dallas needs to get off a shot. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to be on Yusuf Nurkic.
Utilizing his length well there on the offensive end. Porzingis drawing that contact.
Nelly is checked in for the Mavericks. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Cantor checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Rondé Hollis-Jefferson comes in for Robert Covington. Jones checked in for Norman Powell. And it's C.J. McCollum in for Damian Lillard. The shot's good from Cantor.
Good touch on the jumper, especially from mid-range. Cantor hits a high percentage of those shots.
And here's Doncic from the arc. The shot misses. So the Trailblazers will take it the other way.
Oh, a tough quarter for him offensively. He hasn't been able to give his team a lift when they need it.
They swipe it. We've got 33 seconds left to play in the first. McCollum with the ball. Back to Anthony. Mavericks with the rebound. The drive by Doncic. And the shot goes in. Doncic has got his second bucket.
Now you can see the defense is so shifted over to where Kristaps Porzingis is that they lose track of the situation, and he burns them with the pass.
And it's Hollis-Jefferson with the jam.
Gotta love the effort there. An undersized forward who can really make things happen with that leaping ability.
A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far in the scoreboard. And for Portland, guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Well, their effort on the defensive end has set the tone for this game.
That defense has been infectious here as everybody stepping up aggressively on that end.
Here are the 5 Portland has to start the second quarter. They got Anthony. Collins is out there with Enes Kanter. Then there's C.J. McCollum. And it's Simons in at the point guard position. Here's Doncic. Portland knocking down that triple moments ago. And they double up Doncic. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Doncic has got 6 points.
And certainly not lacking in confidence. When Doncic gets these inside looks, he just jumps all over.
Brunson against McCollum. The pass to Canada. Cauley Stein with the defensive effort.
A lot of defenders choose to just back up off of him when he's in that tight, try to avoid the and one, and this time they're not backing off.
The rebound by Simons.
Oh, you could tell right there he just wanted to go for the jam, but the defense too good and distracting.
Mavericks trailed by 4. And Doncic, here we go. And Doncic throws it down.
I like seeing Josh Richardson distribute the ball, especially when his teammates are wide open. That makes for an easy pass.
An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg? I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Luka Doncic. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Jalen Brunson. Portland also making some changes. Hollis Jefferson's checked in for Zach Collins. Robert Covington comes in for Anthony. And it's Derek Jones in for Anthony Simons.
And McCollum has done a lot to improve his impact on the defensive end. Very active with his hands and how he challenges shots.
Well, the blocks numbers last year jumped up a bit. That's kind of a nice indicator of what you're talking about, GA. And he just doesn't get tired. And if he can give some more on the defensive end like he's shown, it's going to help out the team. Such a good player on the in-between game, weaving behind bodies to find some space. And CJ cashes in.
Back to Cauley Stein. To the middle. Here's Redick. CJ McCollum comes up with the rebound. And so it's McCollum. He'll bring it up for the Portland Trail Blazers. Pulls up. And it's Finney-Smith with the rebound. The Mavericks trailing. And here we go. The Mavericks in a fast break. And Redick the bucket on the assist by Richardson.
Moving it around. 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. He lobs it up, and it's Hollis Jefferson with the jam.
Well, if you go to Lehigh, of course, you're going to make smart plays. McCollum good at sensing when his man was going to be wide open.
They get a hand on it, stolen by McCollum, and now they decide to foul intentionally.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Marjanovic is checked in. Carmelo Anthony's checked in for the Trailblazers. Lobs it up for Kanter. The shot comes out.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
And again, Dallas turns it over.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Hardaway's checked in for Josh Richardson. The Trailblazers have gone 3 of 8 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the deep.
Hardaway kicks to Cauley Stein. Shoots over Powell. And the rejection by Collins.
Good job, Collins inside, quick off his feet.
Nobody near Lillard. Nurkic. There's Nurkic putting it right back in. Nurkic has got his second bucket of the game to go.
Oh, how about the finesse there? Nice little gentle touch on the board.
And you know, when you have that gentle touch, those tip-ins are easy to come by. Now here is Hardaway. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. And the rejection by Collins. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's going to be on Yusuf Nurkic. The Mavericks shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
And at the line last season, about 78% as a team. Pretty solid numbers.
Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Lillard outside. Outside, Covington. 6 on the shot clock. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. Nurkic can't hit. It's 2-on-1. Moving it up. And Cauley Stein throws it down.
So many different offenses that Tim Hardaway Jr. has played in, but he's trying to improve in his on-court awareness. A good show of it there.
And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Portland out in front, up by 1. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Carmelo, you got some real...
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K Sports, everybody. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Let's talk about that first. The first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. The period came to a close with them holding a 3-point lead. They were outscored. And that does it for our halftime show. We now take you back to Kevin Harlan.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. You know, winning that championship as you did, Greg, for UNLV, many people don't remember you played much of that season with a broken jaw.
Well, Kevin, I don't remember much of it, to be honest with you. It was pretty hazy. I lost 19 pounds over the course of the season. I was championship night. I was 168 pounds.
No kidding.
Yeah. Well, I was wired shut for 8 weeks. Did miss a game, but I tell you what, I don't know if I would do that today, but, you know, it did turn out well with the championship.
As I recall, you broke it against Fresno State, correct?
Yes, got my legs taken out from under me and broke the fall with my face. Yeah.
Oh, ouch. Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. On the court for the Mavericks, we've got Josh Richardson. Kristaps Porzingis is out there with Marjanovic. Then there's Doncic, and it's Finney-Smith in at the 3, the small forward.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
Especially if you're a player that doesn't get a lot of shot attempts, but otherwise the mindset is, I just got to get the next one to go. And you don't want to put that much pressure on yourself.
Doncic, that's in for his 5th make of the night. Now shooting at a 50% clip, 5 for 10.
The defense tried, but Doncic gets through. Luka able to put a smooth release on the shot despite the contact.
Lillard against Marjanovic. Porzingis with the block. And here we go. Richardson heading to the hoop. And a slam dunk by Richardson.
Richardson doing a great job in transition. Has good speed that time. Accelerates in the open floor.
Doncic against Lillard. Doncic with the steal. The Mavericks another fast break chance right here. So it's Richardson with the jam.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
Execution with pace. That's a bad turnover that simply was telegraphed.
And it's the Mavericks on the break. And now we've got the intentional foul. A different look for Dallas. Powell, he's checked in for Marjanovic. Tim Hardaway Jr. comes in for Josh Richardson. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Portland also making some changes. Carmelo Anthony comes in for Collins. And it's Simons in for Robert Covington. Trailblazers trail by 5. The putback and staying with the play, Anthony.
And see Melo slink himself into position there, and good timing on the offensive rebound putback.
Here's Brunson. Basket counts. Brunson's got his first basket.
Well, not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Trying to break that ice-cold streak, and Lillard lays it up and in.
Always an appreciation for Lillard and his build, just how rugged he is, along with that fearlessness.
And one thing that I don't think Dame Lillard gets enough recognition for, he's an absolutely fantastic leader for this team. The exact kind of captain you would want.
Dame Lillard doesn't do anything with regards to making excuses for some of the reasons why the team may come up short. All he's concerned with is how can we get better. That's the kind of leader you can get behind.
The drive by Doncic. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. Doncic has got 4 this quarter.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Lillard against Brunson. And the basket by Lillard.
Man, both on balance and on point. Damian working through that mid-range area now.
Outside Hardaway. Powell the pass to Doncic. From deep three-point range, the long-distance three is buried. Doncic has got 15 points.
Well, the defense very attentive to him in the first quarter, but he's finally gotten loose in the second and making them pay.
Lillard dishes to Nurkic. Lillard against Hardaway. At the tip, it's good on the putback. He has 5.
You know, his positioning near the hoop, always to his advantage. Just a terrific job to tip that one back in.
Powell against Doncic. He watches it go through the hoop for his 8th make. Now 8 for 14.
And what a half for this offense. If they can stay this hot, a great chance to extend this lead.
Here's Lillard. Nurkic trying to get open. A second chance effort. Out to Anthony. Lillard outside. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
Now there's another way Lillard can beat you off the ball. Great timing on the catch and shoot.
Now here's Doncic. 17 points in the game. 3 seconds left. And the dunk by... And here we go with the coach's challenge. A surprise in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to fire.
You know, anytime a guy's in the post and the teammates know he's unselfish, great player movement can create an opportunity just like that.
3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the 4th. And on the floor for Portland here in the 4th. Robert Covington out there with Anthony. Then it's Collins. Then there's Norman Powell. And it's Simons in at the 1 spot. McCollum. And he uses the glass on the layup.
Well, McCollum undersized at his position, at least in terms of his strength. But he can play that way because he competes. That's a tough one there.
Redick surveying the D. Here's Marjanovic. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
Yeah, nothing too fancy. Just getting the job done when they need to make every possession count.
McCollum against Redick. McCollum kicks to Hollis Jefferson. Kicks it out to Jones. Pass to McCollum. Clock at 6. Jacks up a 3. They get it back, and Cantor able to finish.
It's been their Achilles heel defensively. They just have not been able to control that backboard.
McCollum against Reddick. Passes it to Marjanovic. Back to Reddick. That one, no good. So the Trailblazers will take it the other way. He lobs up the alley-oop pass, and Jones slams it in.
Great to see when Melo spots his open teammate. Good at noticing the overcommitment that time.
And here's Reddick. He'll bring it up for Dallas. Pass to Marjanovic. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Porzingis is checked in for Willie Cauley-Stein. Maxi Kleber comes in for Marjanovic. Hardaway's checked in for Richardson. And Luka Doncic subbed in for J.J. Redick. Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over.
Yeah, his shot is just not there tonight, guys. And instead of trying to shoot himself out of the slump, maybe he needs to start moving the ball around and creating for his teammates.
On the Mavericks with some changes. Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Maxi Kleber. And Josh Richardson subbed in for Dorian Finney-Smith. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Enes Kanter's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Giles comes in for Collins. C.J. McCollum, he's checked in for Norman Powell. And Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simons. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear Terry Stotts talk to his team during that timeout. And he's pushing them to empty the tank. He said, I know you're tired and it's been a tough game, but we can't hold back. If you're tired, come out. Otherwise, I want you full speed, guys.
Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Lillard looking around. He kicks to Kanter. Back to Lillard. Clock is at 3. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. The Mavericks leading. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit. Right. That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part. How about the poise from Doncic right there? He ups the ante when it's a critical possession here in the game.
Here's Lillard. Lays it up off the glass. Lillard's got 9 points here in the second half.
Look at your watch. It's Lillard time.
Outside Hardaway. Doncic with it. Kanter covered. Here's Cauley-Stein.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
And the first of 2, no good. Heartbreaker.
You wonder what the next step is, and for Willie Cauley-Stein, what he's done in the offseason to improve himself offensively. Maybe a few more things in the footwork category will help him out.
Dallas making a switch here. Finney-Smith's checked in. And then for the Trailblazers, Yusuf Nurkic. He's checked in for Kanter. Zach Collins comes in for Harry Giles. And it's Powell in for C.J. McCollum. Hits the three-point bomb. Lillard's got the game tied up here for the Trailblazers.
And such a clutch shooter. I mean, he lives with a big shot. And when he's rolling like this, watch out.
Shoots. And it's Doncic missing.
He's got so many ways to score in the post. Just nifty, uses fakes. You have to have a body on him every time he's down there.
Powell pulls it in.
I'm not going to see that very often. The defense in the vicinity, but still, he's not one to blow layups.
And Lillard kicks to Powell. Back to Lillard. to take the lead. Here's Nurkic. It's in!
Remember that one. Guys, a difference maker.
Now I'm wondering, is that the biggest shot of the game?
Points are an absolute must here.
Can't come away empty. That would be the nail in the coffin.
Doncic, no good. I think we'll see them burn the clock a bit here.
Yeah, smart move.
Collins passes to Lillard. And so the big win by Portland in a tight game. This win, such a tremendous... All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Well, folks, that's good. And getting mentally prepared to compete. You see the focus. And the Clippers starting five. We've got Marcus Morris. Patrick Beverley out there with Paul George. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Zubats in at the center position. And for the Trailblazers, Collins plays the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. Norman Powell is out there with Damian Lillard. And it's Covington in at the 3 slot. Now, here's Zubats. Back to Beverley. Out to the right wing. Just 5 to shoot. He dishes it to Leonard. Baseline J on the way. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. Terrific, talented backcourts tonight, Greg. Did it ever add anything for you playing across another top-level guard?
Listen, it raises the stakes, no doubt about it. You always want the opportunity to play against the best because you want to see where you stand. But in the end, even when you know a guy's better than you, and you're going to have that be the case a lot of nights, you still know that you will have an ability to impact the outcome when it comes to winning. And that's where you have to keep your focus.
So the Portland Trailblazers able to put the first points up on the board. Back to Beverley. George with the ball. Powell's there. Plenty of daylight on that shot.
And this is why you get George the ball there. He's solid at figuring out how to capitalize.
And a deep three from Lillard. It's hauled in by Beverly. And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. And Morris throws it down.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, you can tell they love to get out and run when the opportunity is there.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will retain possession. Just over a minute and a half played here in this one. Powell, the pass to Covington. And it's sent back by George. And he gets it back. Floats it up there for Nurkic. Persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot. Powell's got 5.
And you see the ability to rise and fire from mid-range, even against that length.
Yeah, the defender just couldn't quite close the gap all the way and got burned for it.
Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. And the dunk by Powell.
And what unselfish play from Lillard. This guy's no problem giving it up, especially when his teammate's wide open.
Beverly looking around, and there's the pass to Morris. The shot by George, wide open. Bangs home the trifecta. He has 5.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, that's because he's getting his number called early. I mean, he's doing his part to help carry the offensive load.
Such a wide open look. Here's Beverly. Pass to George from the arc. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
Just phenomenal awareness by Beverly, just dishing the ball to the wide open man easily.
Here is Lillard. Pass to Nurkic, down low, and finished off by Collins.
Yeah, just a simple one-hand flush.
I think he got a few more inches on his vertical by going with the spike. Beverly, the pass to Leonard. Passes to George. To the paint, shot clock at 6. And the dunk by Zubac.
And the feed from George couldn't be better. The timing, the placement, everything about that dish was pinpoint.
Lillard with it. No points in the game yet for him. Launches it. They get it back.
Well, a big reason Nurkic impacts games is for that ability right there, staying active on the glass at both ends, converting the second chances.
And stolen by Lillard. And now running up the court, Lillard pushing it up. Collins, good.
Well, that's why they're in front. Aggressive play at both ends. Nicely done.
There's 45 seconds left in the first. Beverly, the pass to Zubac. Here's George. And the layup's good off the glass. George has got 10 points.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Lillard scanning the floor. From deep. An absolute bomb from three-point range.
He's 1 for 4 to start the game. Now, I know he's disappointed with that, but we got a long way to go.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock, and Robert Covington picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. 17 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Jackson kicks to Kennard. Oh, good on the 3. Here's Jones, and he uses the glass on the layup.
Now, this is the kind of ball movement they want to get from Cantor. Scan the floor, and when you spot the open man, get it to him.
Cousins, and then Cousins with the dunk.
I'll tell you what, I'm not sure these guys can keep this up.
Yeah, so far, both teams have been outstanding at the offensive end, but we got a lot of game left to play.
We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And before the game, we talked to Damian Lillard. You know, Greg, he is still...
I don't fear nobody.
And if Lillard's proved anything to us, Greg, in his career, you know he loves a challenge.
One of the premier big shot makers in this game. I don't know if there's anyone you'd rather give the ball to in crunch time.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And taking a look at the Trailblazers' performance, what do you think they're doing or not doing?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
With the game being fast-paced these days, you can expect this from a lot of teams, but they did it very well.
Anthony is out there with Enes Kanter. Then there's Norman Powell. Then there's C.J. McCollum. And it's Simons in at the 1. That's the group on the floor for Portland.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Jones is checked in. A 3 from McCollum. Batum grabs the miss. Clippers trail by 4. Jackson passes to Kennard. Left side, Ibaka. It's stolen by Jones. And now the fast break. Anthony with the ball. Here's the lob to the hoop. And Jones slams it in.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. Now here is Ibaka. And the pass to Kennard. Back to Ibaka. Stolen by McCollum. Outside Anthony. The dish to Kanter. Here's McCollum. Back to Kanter. McCollum finds Kanter. Rebound by the Clippers.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Quarter number 2. We're about 2 minutes in. Kicks it out to Jones. Connects from three-point range. Jones has got the lead up to 9 now for the Trailblazers.
Maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot that he can afford to give him.
Ibaka, no luck. Portland's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory.
Oh, such a beautiful pass to set that one up.
Yeah, the pass might have been pretty, but the finish was angry. Outside, Batum. Pass to Kennard. On the wing, Jackson. Here's Cousins. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse. Greg, you've always said to have a winning team, you need franchise players. Talk about the specific qualities you look for in those superstars that can catapult a team to greatness.
It's a great question, Kevin. Talent really isn't enough. You know, whether you lead vocally or by example, the agenda has to be winning, and your best players really define who your team is going to be. So the franchise caliber player is a much needed asset.
Here's Batum after the made shot from Carmelo Anthony. That one's in there. The Trailblazer lead is cut to just 9 on the basket from Cousins.
With overpowering strength and athleticism, Cousins is a handful to deal with around the rim.
Now here's McCollum. Lets it go from deep. Drills it from outside. McCollum's got 5 now.
And they're right around 50% for the game on their threes, and they've only gotten better as the game's gone on.
Jackson passes to Cousins. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson.
There you see why you want the ball in Jackson's hands as much as possible. He can clearly set the table.
56 seconds left in the first half of basketball. And they call an illegal screen here.
When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
Yeah, you can't blame the ref for making that call at all. The defense in general is already at such a disadvantage as it is.
So Portland ends up going with the new group.
Morris really rises up for these jams, leaving no mistake as he finishes with authority.
Beverly against Lillard to the inside. Nurkic kicks to Powell. outside, Collins. Nurkic controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Trailblazers lead by 10.
Playing with such physicality on the offensive glass. I mean, Nurkic awesome at slamming misses in.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Beverly the pass to Zubac. Back to Beverly. 5 on the clock. Here's Leonard. And Covington sends it back. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Nurkic. Nurkic with the steal. And so it's Portland going into the break with a 10-point lead. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they... All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back. The first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. The largest lead they had was 6.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. You look at Paul George in this game, guys, he's been everywhere.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
Yeah, the offense looks crisp, and guys are hitting their shots.
Checking out the group for Tyronn Lue to start the second half. Paul George is out there with Patrick Beverly. Then it's Marcus Morris. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Leonard in at the 3. Shot clock at 2. Paul George with the steal. And here comes Leonard leading the fast break.
You know, they're differing.
And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Floats it up there for Nurkic. Stolen by Zubac. And George kicks to Leonard. Collins grabs the miss. Portland leading by 8. Covington wide open. He fires. Nailed from three-point land.
Can't be too far off Covington. He's skilled at sizing up the defense and firing once he gets it.
Pass to Zubac. Leonard looking over the floor. Back to Zubac. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
You got to do more than that to keep the ball out of his hands down low.
Oh, they must ramp up the effort level, the intensity level. They're making it too easy for him out there.
The shot by Lillard, wide open. Off target from three-point range. Beverly with the ball. He's picked up by Collins, and it's Leonard with the jam.
And with a good mix of power and agility, Leonard can throw it down with the best of it.
Lillard outside. Shot clock at 5. Count that one.
Such a smart play. Lillard willing to take the jumper from the mid-range.
And here's Beverly. He brings it up for Los Angeles. They trail by 9 points. George passes to Leonard. And George kicks to Leonard. Nurkic with the block.
Defensive anchor. I mean, you got to admire how Nurkic uses his wingspan to turn shots back.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. And then for the Clippers, Mann's checked in, and it's Kennard in for Paul George. And Greg, you play with some big personalities. Talk about the best way to manage egos and conflicts in the locker room. That's a very interesting topic.
No doubt about it. You know, Kev, first thing you learn from middle school on, your team is your family. And let's face it, all families have spats, and so do teams. You just learn to never personalize those things. Never leave any stone unturned. Like, don't let things fester. When there are issues, you address them. And if you're not taking things personally, you tend to be able to work through whatever issues you may come in front of.
Good advice.
I'll tell you, they're right in this. We'll see if they can maintain momentum.
It would be a shame to make all this progress and let them off the hook. Got to keep the pressure on.
Portland leading by 3. A little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. Here's Simon. That one good for 2.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
You know, Anthony's getting more floor time last season. He worked his way into the Blazers' rotation. He's still young, though. It seems like he can carve a role out of his team.
Kennard's shot is off.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
And the foul on Carmelo Anthony. That'll be his second foul of the game. Clippers trail by 5.
And Simon's a bit undersized at that 2-guard position. Only 6'3", but a natural 2 with playmaking ability.
Ultimately, this team wants him to be a scoring threat off the bench. I mean, have him come in firing from outside. He's got a lot of work to get to that point.
51 seconds left in the third. And here's McCollum for 3. Traps in the tray. McCollum's got 8.
He's a volume 3-point shooter. McCollum looks to take this shot often for this very reason.
Kennard, the pass to Jackson. 6 on the shot clock. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. They've held a 12-point lead early. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Anthony finds McCollum. The tray. Again, McCollum missing. Now, here's Kennard. Here's Batum to the middle. And it'll go. And the Blazer lead is cut down to just 4 points in the bucket from Cousins.
Well, when Batum spots a wide-open teammate, he zips the rock to him quickly. Just exceptional vision.
And that does it for the third quarter. Both teams clicking offensively as we approach the fourth quarter. It's the Trailblazers. And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. Clippers trail by 4. We've got Yusuf Nurkic. Anthony is out there with Robert Covington. Then it's Damian Lillard, and it's Powell in at the 2. That's the group in the game for the Trailblazers. Nobody near Leonard. They get it again. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Shoots over Lillard. Leonard with the bucket. And it's 6 points for Leonard.
Well, this is why Kennard's teammates appreciate him. He's good at sharing the wealth when they're uncovered.
Now a timeout called by Portland.
And team strategies closely guarded. One aspect of the game the fans aren't always privy to.
Yeah, and sometimes it's the most subtle moves that make the biggest difference.
A different look now. For Portland. Cantor checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Jones comes in for Robert Covington. And McCollum subbed in for Norman Powell. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Serge Ibaka has checked in for Zubac. DeMarcus Cousins comes in for Kawhi Leonard. Nicholas Batum, he's checked in for George. And it's Jackson in for Patrick Beverly. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear Terry Stotts talk to his team during that timeout. He told them, hey, this game is there for you, but we got to go get it. 50-50 balls, getting to the basket. We have to give it all right now. Kevin?
And not entering the league as a natural catch-and-shoot guy, Ibaka certainly has developed this part of his game.
A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone right now. And a deep three from Lillard. And the whistle blows, and it's going to be an over-the-back call here.
Just got a little ahead of himself going for that rebound and gets whistled for the over-the-back.
We see this a lot. The ball looks so good coming your way. It's hard to resist reaching over.
Patrick Beverly, he's checked in for Los Angeles. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Norkic checked in for Enes Kanter. Collins comes in for Anthony. Robert Covington's checked in for Derek Jones. And Norman Powell subbed in for McCollum. Norkic with the steal. Powell against Kennard. Powell, that's good.
And the D not really doing its job there. A little slow to react to the ball getting into the paint.
Now Beverly, Kennard on the wing. And here is Ibaka. 6 to shoot. Pass to Beverly. Launches a three. Rebounded by Covington.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
And the Clippers making a switch here. Zubac is checked in for Ibaka. Morris comes in for DeMarcus Cousins. Leonard, he's checked in for Nicholas Batum. And it's Paul George in for Luke Kennard. Outside, George. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Zubac finds George. A step-back shot here. Nurkic with the block. Powell with it. The pass to Lillard. Uncovered. And that one goes long.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
And you're exactly right. I mean, that's the kind of shot you're trying to work for at the offensive end. Now, these shots are important for Morris to make, demonstrating why he is seen as a leader of this squad.
Lillard outside. Outside, Covington. Collins up top. Defended by Beverly. Floats it up there for Nurkic. Stolen by Zubac. Here's Morris. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two.
Wow, look at Morris. Just using that big body of his to draw contact. The defense has a tough time matching up.
So the first one drops, and that shrinks the margin to just 4. He hits both from the strike.
And now you're in a great position thanks to those clutch free throws. One possession game now.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over. They're ahead by 3. 1:29 left in the fourth quarter. And now, let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, Damian Lillard.
And he's played this entire game on his front foot, Kevin. I mean, driving the lane, going to the rim with purpose, and getting those points the hard way.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Enes Kanter's checked in for Nurkic. Anthony comes in for Zach Collins. Jones checked in for Robert Covington. And McCollum subbed in for Norman Powell. Lillard dishes to Kanter. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. And the Trailblazers lead by 5. 1:14 left in the fourth quarter. Here's George. From deep three-point range. Los Angeles with another miss. And now Portland on the break. Lillard with the ball, and then Lillard slams it in.
But look at how quickly Lillard leaps out of transition. He wants to run down the throat of the D, burn him in the open floor.
Inside. Here's Zubac. Out to Morris. Over Anthony. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
They know they can't give him that shot. The D's are over it, not even giving him an inch of space.
Lillard against George. Now here's Lillard, guarded closely. Here's the triple. The Clippers grab the miss.
Not enough ticks left on the clock to save them tonight.
Oh, well, it's tough, man. When you get to this point in the game, you fought hard, did your best, but this wasn't enough.
Three-pointer. Lillard again missing. So the Trailblazers win it. It was a fantastic ball game, and they did a great job. The beaches of Santa Monica and Venice, not too far from our... Now, a look at Dallas' starting lineup. Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Tim Hardaway Jr. out there with Doncic. And it's Finney Smith in at the 3 spot. And for the Clippers, Reggie Jackson out there with Paul George. Then there's Batum. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Morris in at the power forward position. Lets it go with the 3. A putback and the second chance effort by Jackson. Jackson's got the game going here with the first basket for the Clippers.
And the first of many to come. Explosive offensive talent on both sides.
Boy, I tell you what, that's going to be like a pinball machine, the way that scoreboard's going to light up.
Hardaway against George. For the three. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Nice release on the shot. George has put a lot of work into his mechanics. And I like the way he continues to impress from beyond the arc.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. There's Jackson with the three. The Mavericks pull it in. First quarter, just over a minute played. Hardaway, no good.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Well, that looked to me, guys, like a heat check and was maybe a step out of his range. You know, currently they're just 1 of 5 from the field. That's not going to get it done.
Los Angeles with another miss. For Dallas, they've gone just 1 for 5 from the field to start the quarter. Doncic, no good.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Kicks it out to Leonard from outside the arc. Offensive rebound. Morris passes to George. A three-pointer, no good.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
The three for Doncic. Buries the long-range jumper. Doncic has got a couple of threes now in the first for Dallas.
Way downtown, Doncic testing the limits of his range there.
And Leonard has it in the corner. George looking over the floor. That doesn't go either for George. Dallas shooting well off their usual numbers, around 29% so far. The three for Doncic. It's rebounded by Leonard. Leonard's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him. Well, it isn't for a lack of effort when it comes to getting up to three-pointers, but not much to show for it. He's going to lose the green light here very early in this game with this defense. That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Pass to Jackson. He dishes it to Leonard. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Well, Greg, with your son getting drafted, you joined the ranks of some historic NBA father-son duo.
You know, I got the opportunity to play with Arvydas Sabonis in Portland, and remember DeMontis as a little kid. Now he's an all-star last year. You know, I think you're going to have an influx of that in the coming years. Dwayne Wade's son is a terrific player. We know about LeBron's son's ability. He's possibly heading to the league one day. You just never know. I'm as a dad, it's going to get the opportunity to watch his son play excited, but I think you're going to see more of this in the future.
Cole and Greg Anthony. I like the way that sounds. Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Richardson, he's checked in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Clippers leading by 7. Kennard on the wing. Fires from deep. That shot, no good. And the Mavericks going the other way now. No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow.
Boy, KP wanting to dish it when his guys are open. I love that team first attitude on display.
The pass to Kennard. Shoots the three. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 of 3 so far.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Well, I don't think there's any question about it. They came focused and ready to play. I mean, they're doing everything they can to put things in their favor. You earn that, and they're actually earning it well right now. Feels to me like this team is going to need more from him, guys. I mean, if they're to erase this deficit, he's got to step up.
Drains it from beyond the arc. Kennard's got 9.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Tell you what, forget about easing into the game. They came out with guns blazing. Boy, at the offensive end, his game is so impressive. I mean, he's a threat every time up the floor.
And so it's Los Angeles headed to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. They have And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1/4 of action so far. In a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Clippers.
Well, I'll tell you what, they must have had a good shoot-around because they've been fantastic from long range so far, fellas.
And also, they're jumping on a lot of turnovers, making sure they turn them into points at the other end.
On the court for the Mavericks, we've got Josh Richardson. He's out there with Jalen Brunson. Powell is out there with Luka Doncic. And it's Melly in at power forward. Man passes to Ibaka. Powell with the steal. From deep. Yep, it goes, and the Clipper lead is cut down to just 4 points with a bucket from Doncic.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
Yeah, I'd be confident, too. As a matter of fact, I mean, if you're stacking up threes the way he is, I mean, he's doing all this work from behind the arc. That's exactly how you win a rebound battle. Get good position, and then use your strength to hold on to that position.
Another three for Dallas.
And once again, the defense allowing him to get a clean look at that triple. He continues to do some big-time damage from downtown.
Kennard for three. And Ibaka kicks to Kennard. Three-pointer with the putback. And Ibaka is right there.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
We've seen it time and time again in games. Effort and determination on the glass can make up for a lot of other weaknesses.
And some changes here for the Mavericks. Cauley Stein comes in for Dwight Powell. And Dorian Finney-Smith subbed in for Jalen Brunson. Beverly against Doncic. And Beverly kicks to Kennard. A three-pointer off the mark.
In the first quarter, he was killing them from outside. But he can't get it going here.
And here's Doncic from the arc. Serge Ibaka with the rebound. And so Ibaka, he'll bring it up for Los Angeles. They've led by as much as 10.
Savvy move to pull up from three-point range on the break there. When you can shoot it like he can, if you got it, take it.
From deep three-point range, the Clippers grab the miss. Now the Clippers moving it up. Launches the three, and another three for the Clippers.
And what a huge performance for him. I mean, he drained three-pointers in that first quarter, and he's got two more here in the second.
The three for Doncic from beyond the arc, and then some. Doncic has got 9 points now in the quarter. Clippers leading by 6. Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. Down low, here's Ibaka. Kennard for three. And it's Melly with the rebound. Dallas has gone 3 of 5 beyond the arc since the start of the second quarter. J.J. Redick's checked in for Doncic. And the Mavericks with possession here. Passes it to Richardson. There's the three. It was shot by Redick, no good.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
And guys, you know that rebounding is a huge part, a huge component of winning games. It's not a glamour stat, but it's necessary if you're going to be a winning team.
There's the triple. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
Out of their last 5 makes, how about all 5 from long range?
Well, the defense just hasn't pressed up to deny any of those looks, guys. I mean, they're hanging back and getting picked apart.
Now he's just showing off. With range like that, incredible.
Redick against Jackson. From deep. He can't get that one to fall. And the Clippers will come the other way. 1:05 left in the first half. Kennard for three. Offensive rebound. Morris kicks to George. Clock at 6. Here's Kennard. And the shot no good, a bit short.
Boy, he knows he should have knocked that one down, especially with the defense not giving much of an effort.
And a deep three from Redick. Redick can't get that one to fall.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Kawhi Leonard's checked in for Kennard. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Porzingis is checked in for Willie Cauley-Stein. Powell comes in for Nicolo Melli. Hardaway's checked in for Richardson. And it's Jalen Brunson in for J.J. Redick. The three. Los Angeles with a fresh shot clock.
And, you know, even though that shot didn't go down, I like how they got him a wide open look in space there.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Powell for three. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Leonard's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And George kicks to Leonard. Good if it goes. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And so it's Los Angeles with their lead standing. All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Program. I'm Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jetsman. The Clippers have the edge here at halftime. They have a 6-point lead. Kenny, how'd you feel about it?
Well, one area where they have had the upper.
Thanks for joining us, folks. We're now just a few minutes away from the start of the third quarter.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. You know, Luka Doncic has been exceptional here, guys.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
Kawhi Leonard is out there with Marcus Morris. Then it's Paul George. Then there's Batum. And it's Jackson in at the 1. That's who's out there for the Clippers. Hardaway from outside. Outside, Porzingis takes the 3. The Mavericks rebound. Marjanovic finds Hardaway. Brunson with a clean look. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Hardaway. Brunson's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Jackson with the bounce pass. Outside for Batum. Puts up a 3. Porzingis with the rebound. Porzingis has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Hardaway for 3. Marjanovic passes to Porzingis. Dallas moving it around. Hardaway with a wide open look. That misses. Had a chance to tie it there.
Far from an ideal start here. I mean, this half just 1 for 4 so far.
Outside Jackson. Lets it go from deep. Kicks it out to Leonard. Pass to Jackson. Brunson against George. Launches a 3. It's good from long range. George has got 9.
And they get one. Now 1 of 5 here in the third.
Hardaway from outside. Offensive rebound. Pass to Marjanovic. Brunson scanning the floor. The offensive rebound. Hardaway passes to Brunson. And here is Hardaway. He's covered by Leonard. The feed to Hardaway. Here's Finney-Smith. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Launches it. Porzingis. Great positioning on the putback.
You know, fellas, I like the aggressiveness Porzingis is showing on the glass. I mean, getting good positioning and using that big body when shots go up. That's why he's boarding it well.
Here's Batum. Out to Morris. Lots of room. And he gets the jumper to drop. And the Clippers lead by 6.
Yeah, he recognized the overcommitment by the defense there and then made a smart pass to get that ball back outside.
Hardaway for 3. Good on the 3-point shot.
You know, with good shooting form and technique and a knack for scoring, Hardaway Jr. is confident with the deep ball.
And so they foul intentionally.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
They grab their own miss. Kicks it out to Leonard. Fires the three, and the three ball is good. He's got 6.
How about Kawhi Leonard knocking down the 3 ball? Didn't have that shot when he got into the league. Love seeing how he's improved as a shooter with the outside jumper.
Doncic passes to Porzingis. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Los Angeles leading by 6. The pass to Morris. Leonard on the wing, guarded by Hardaway. Here's the 3. It's rebounded by Doncic. Doncic has got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Passes it to Marjanovic. From deep three-point range, and Boban Marjanovic picks up the foul. That's his first foul. And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for Zubac. DeMarcus Cousins comes in for Marcus Morris. Kennard, he's checked in for Leonard. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Rajon Rondo. And Dallas with a change here too. Richardson's checked in. They can trade 2 for 1 here.
Would be the right move, I believe, right now.
Back to Kennard. A 3 ball. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
Early on, he tried to shoot his way out of this funk. But later in the game now, he might want to just give it up and look for his teammates to do the scoring.
And Doncic gets it to go.
Boy, you better get out there on this guy. Doncic is prime time for real from that three-point line.
Now here's Beverly. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. And Kennard wide open. He shoots. Los Angeles with another miss. Go!
Yes!
At the buzzer!
Whoa, that's some range right there, guys. The prayer is answered.
Tie game in Los Angeles. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Served him up a tasty room service dime right there, boy.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. On the floor for Dallas starting the 4th quarter here. We've got Maxi Kleber. Luka Doncic out there with Josh Richardson. Then there's Dwight Powell. And it's Finney Smith in at the small forward position.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
You know, they're having free reign from beyond the arc. The defense is just not there.
Shots good by Kennard.
Hey, you can't forget about this now. Rondo's averaged double-digit assists multiple seasons. As good a passer as any in this league.
The 3 for Doncic. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Now Kennard connects from three-point range. Kennard's got 20.
And that's another 3. And if the defense is hoping that they don't heat up from out there like they did in the first half, they may be in for a real bad surprise.
The Clippers in the lead. On deep. And it's Finney Smith with the rebound.
You know, brick after brick after brick. I mean, that's been the story for him this quarter. I mean, he's got to brain it in down the stretch here.
They get it again. Out to Doncic. From deep three-point range, it's hauled in by Zubac.
Well, just cannot buy a bucket, guys. Just tell you what, that's a painful quarter for him, and it's painful for me to watch, too.
And he got loose from the three-point range in the first half and showing signs here that he's still got the flow in the second.
From deep, connects again from distance. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
Doncic with the steal. From deep three-point range, it's hauled in by Los Angeles. Zubac has got his 5th rebound in this one. Kennard for three. And another three for the Clippers.
Yeah, and the defense has been on their back heels with the way they've been running the ball up the floor.
And here's Doncic from the arc. Powell kicks to Doncic. Got a piece of it. Kennard with the ball. And it's Richardson picking him up. And it's Luke Kennard with the three. And it's an 8-point Clipper lead.
Just a humongous fourth quarter for him, especially from long range. Just in a groove now, and that tray has been deadly.
Doncic not afraid of the moment, actually embraces the spotlight. This guy steps up big when needed most.
Knocks down the three ball.
And that three was big. I mean, it cancels out the triple at the other end, and that appeared to really tighten this game up.
You can sense that the crowd, guys, is starting to feel as though this game just might be theirs.
Pulls up for three. And it's Finney Smith with the rebound. Mavericks trail by 8. And here's Doncic from the arc. Sinks the triple. Doncic has got 15 points here in the second half.
Boy, he's so dangerous in these situations. Doncic just has a good sense for what he needs to do based on the situation.
Rondo finds Kennard. The Clippers keep it alive. The three. Los Angeles keeps it going. A new 14-second shot clock. Here's Rondo. Down to 5 on the shot clock. For three. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
And the Clippers miss again. Dallas shooting a pedestrian 36% in the fourth quarter. The offense not doing their best work of late. It's good! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
He's so clutch. When the pressure is at its highest, that's when he's at his very best.
An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Porzingis is checked in for Dallas. Hardaway comes in for Josh Richardson. Doncic outside. A miss that time. Would have put him up. He hits the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead.
You know, there are differing opinions as to who the best defensive player in the league is, but no matter what, Kawhi is always in the discussion.
Luke Kennard, he's checked in for the Clippers. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Doncic. And it's Batum with the ball, bringing it up for Los Angeles. They've led by as much as 10. Kennard's shot is off.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And, you know, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a test of his resolve here.
From deep, George finds Kennard. From deep. So it's the Clippers taking the win in a quote. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll do it, folks.